Hey guys, it's Leo, and it's time to talk about episode 16 of HUGTTO PRECURE. Another great episode. I thought that this week we were going to have like a little break with kind of fillerish episode, but no, things were serious. Things were bad in this episode, and I was very surprised. So at the start, we had a little thing between Aki and Juna, our secondary characters who were appearing since like the first episode, and they're very nice characters. It was fun following them around. It was really funny seeing Aki like speaking things wrong and Juna correcting her. You know, they're a contrast. They're very different from each other, but they're very good friends. They've been with each other for a long time, from what we've seen in this episode. And you know, the premise of this episode was basically Aki wanting to learn things from Homare, because Homare is a very famous and popular skater. But because of that, there was a little clash between the two of them. And because of this clash, and because of this moment in their friendship, Homare actually got a little distressed, and she had her own moments as well. And so she kind of became like a little reclusive and a little reflexive and thinking about what was going on. And I didn't really understand why exactly Homare became like that in this episode, but I feel like there's something to do with the fact that people see her as a mentor, people see her as someone to follow, and she doesn't see herself like that. She does see herself in a totally different light, and I think that affects her. That's how I understood it, but the episode didn't really make it clear. At the same time, we had lots of other things going on, and that's when this episode really became interesting. Lulu is still following the girls around. Obviously, we know she's a villain, but she's been through some changes those past episodes, and she's gaining more and more confidence in actually not following the steps of an android. She's kind of like becoming more and more aware of feelings. And because of that, we had Paparu last episode questioning that, and in this episode she decided to take action and she went into the girls' school. And let me just say, I was so happy to see Paparu in another costume, you know, wearing something different and being amazing and gorgeous. In another costume. So when she was wearing that, I was like, go girl! Oh my god, I was so happy. You guys have no idea, because she was so pretty, and I liked how she was, you know, praising herself, like, oh, I'm so beautiful wearing this costume. And I just love that. I just love this character so much. Paparu is amazing, and this episode proved that. It simply proved that. And I have to say that this episode was like top notch in animation and in symbology. The symbolism, I don't know how to say that, was also spot on, especially when Paparu and Lulu were talking. Paparu was standing in the shadows and Lulu was standing in the light, because that's where they stand right now. Paparu is a villain and Lulu is not acting like a villain. And so when they were talking, the shadow was almost getting into where Lulu was. But Lulu took a little step back to step away from the shadows. But Paparu is very menacing. She was speaking in a manner that actually made me a little scared for Lulu at that time. And I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. I was tense. I was really tense. But Lulu wasn't. Lulu wasn't tense at all at that moment. And that was kind of interesting to see, but ultimately Lulu took a step into the shadows, and it was like, okay, let me go back to being a villain again. And so after this scene, there was rain, so we had a little change in the weather to express the change in the whole point, in the whole tone of the episode. The episode changed its tone. And the rain was so special to give it momentum, and I loved it. It was really beautiful how it was done, because we had Homare in distress, we had this scene with Lulu, and Homare went to Beauty Harry, and she met Harry. Harry wanted her to feel a little better because Harry noticed there was something wrong with her, and because of that, she ran away. She didn't want to deal with that. Homare is still someone who takes it very hard on herself to actually open up to other people. And she's still like that. And so that makes it hard for us, the viewers, to understand her, I think. A little bit, it's like a little hard to understand Homare. And so after that, Harry went after her. Hana and Saya were trying to take shelter from the rain, and Hana met that mysterious man, and he like gave another philosophical speech about our hearts and how we feel about our feelings, and it made total sense. I loved it. And you know, all of Hana's meetings with him are very mysterious, and they always happen. It seems that they always happen before something important in the series is going to happen. And well, that's what happened in this episode because, just before that, just before talking about the fight, obviously we had another great scene with Homare and Harry. Harry went after her, and you know, they had a little moment. It was a cute moment, and I think that they're trying to put them as not really a couple, but maybe Harry's going to be that someone who's going to be able to make Homare open up. I don't know. I think that's going to be it. I think that Harry is going to be the one to make Homare open up and loosen up a little bit. And also because of that, Lulu noticed how Homare was very confused and she was feeling a little different after her talk with Harry, and she used that opportunity to take away her pretty heart, and she was not able to transform later on. And that was obviously very cute because Homare got totally shy in that moment and she ran away. But then Paparu attacked those two girls, and then they became the Oshimaida of the week. It was a very nice Oshimaida, to be honest. It was the best Oshimaida, at least design-wise, so far in HUGTTO for me. And the fight itself, Hana and Saya, Kyoryo and Kyoranjali tried to fight her beforehand, but they didn't do anything. And girls, wake up, girls! You're stronger than that. And but then Homare tried to help them, but she couldn't because she couldn't transform. Then Lulu appeared, and I think that that was the moment in which Lulu chose a side. Because if she didn't go and didn't handle the pre-hearts to Homare, they were going to defeat the monster. I mean, we know Curiel's strong, but they would have had a hard time. And Lulu, she couldn't stand seeing that, and so she gave her pre-heart to she gave the pre-heart back to Homare, but she knew what she was doing. She knew that she was choosing a side. And Paparu saw all that, and Paparu understood that at that moment, Lulu was not working for what Kriyasakorp wanted. She knew that. And so they went into the Cure et al. Got back into the fight, and they fought, and it was amazing when Cure et al. Went there and she used Star's Lash and she went flying in with the stars, and I was like, oh my god, this is so nice. It was so nice watching that, you know. She was flying and she was able to circulate the monster, and she was able to get to the girls, and the girls woke up. That was also a very nice moment. The realization of Aki and Juna and how strong they are together, and how they have to love each other for who they are. There's no need to change their personalities. It was a beautiful moment, and so Homare actually was able to get them back together, and so the girls were able to defeat Oshimaida. But because of that, they were obviously questioning Lulu. Because Lulu, what are you doing? And Lulu ended up saving Curiel from a mortal attack from Paparu. A mortal attack from Paparu. We haven't seen Paparu fighting yet. We didn't see her powers yet. But in this episode, we can see the girl strong. That one's strong. And I was like, girl. And Lulu withstood all of that attack, and it ended up kind of killing her. Not really killing her because she's an android, but you know, it made her broken. And I I don't know. I was not expecting that at all. I was not expecting that. I was not. I mean, I thought that they were going to capture Lulu, but it was done in a very intense way. I was not expecting for it to be this graphic. You know, we saw Lulu getting into her knees and getting broken, and she fell down. And when Paparu did that and she fell down, I was like, what am I watching? Am I watching Mahoiku? Am I watching Mahou Sight? What am I watching here? I was so scared. And I don't know, I just felt so bad. And, you know, Curiel even shaking, I was, oh my god, that was really, really, really intense. And Paparu was fierce all over. I was like, girl, I was so sad, but at the same time, I was impressed with Paparu's strength. And, Hugton crying. Oh my god, that was really sad. Anyways, next episode, Lulu is going to become a stronger villain and the drama's gonna start. I think that now things are gonna get really serious and we're gonna see a very important moment in Lulu's and in Hugto's story in general. Guys, thank you so much for watching and until next time, bye bye.